Hi there. I thought I'd give you a report from where I am in the world, particularly in light of recent events. I am in Erbil, Iraq. Flew in through Istanbul here the last couple of days. And of course, the hot topic everybody's talking about is the announcement by Mr. Trump that he would pull U.S. troops from the northern border of Syria, southern border of Turkey, and that he had had some kind of communication with Mr. Erdogan, president of Turkey. And now we see the results of that. The news today, of course, is that the Turkish military is pouring over the border into Syria. It's obvious there was some kind of deal in place. It's obvious Mr. Trump, who, by the way, doesn't know much about foreign policy and certainly doesn't know much about the Middle East, decided to have an arrangement with Mr. Erdogan where the Turks would begin to police that border and would take the place of the U.S. In monitoring that area. Well, that's something like having the criminals guard the bank. Turkey's not a criminal nation. I love the Turks, think much of their country and their heritage, but Mr. Erdogan is a dangerous man. This is a man who's made speeches just recently, basically calling for conquering Jerusalem and a jihad. He's that kind of guy. He thinks, and much of his nation thinks, that most Kurds are terrorists. So, in a typical businessman's deal, Mr. Trump has pulled U.S. troops from the northern border of Syria, and now the Turks are moving into that area where I'm sure there's going to be anti-Kurdish violence. It's a sad state of affairs. The U.S. has betrayed the Kurds many times throughout history, despite the fact that we've also done some good things, and they're feeling it here. I'm not anywhere near where any of that is happening in northern Syria. I'm down in Iraq, in Erbil, which is the headquarters of the Kurdish regional government. And they're very concerned. They're very concerned about the U.S. withdrawing. They're very concerned about yet another betrayal by the West. And they're very concerned about what the Turks are going to do as they move into Kurdish territory. So I'm assuring them of the support of a majority of Congress. It's been wonderful the way there's been bipartisan opposition to what Mr. Trump has done. And also the support of the majority of Americans. The polls show it, that a vast majority of Americans are very, very much in support of the Kurds and are disgusted by what Mr. Trump has done. So this is a bipartisan issue. You can be happy about a lot of what this administration has done in the U.S. and still find this recent announcement, virtually done overnight and unilaterally by Mr. Trump, to be unwise and foolish. At the same time, you can be on the other side. You can be opposing Mr. Trump and still be in support of the Kurds and realize that he's done something unwise. So I'm assuring my Kurdish friends here that they still have U.S. support. I'm assuring them that this one action does not show a complete U.S. betrayal of the Kurdish cause, and of course continuing the projects that I'm involved in here in this part of the country. All right, well, think good thoughts about the Kurds, pray for them. We're standing with the Kurds, I'm standing with the Kurds, and hopefully those of you who might be watching this who are in Congress or in positions of influence will perhaps help to get the administration, certainly Congress, to continue to stand with the Kurds, which is an absolutely vital situation here in the Middle East. More soon. Thanks for watching.